What's up, guys? I'm back with another video here to review Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Just saw this a few days ago, and with the pandemic and everything, it's we've been through so many ups and downs, and losing Chadwick was definitely a huge loss, especially for the Black community, and excuse me, um, especially for the Black community, and I know that he really wanted to do this, do a sequel to this film, which shows how dedicated he was. That he never complained about his illness, and even it came as a huge shock to us, and it was very acknowledged in this film as well, because the first few opening minutes of this film is them trying to save T'Challa's life. And even though I think that, you know, a lot of people were definitely on the fence on if T'Challa should be recasted or if it should go to Shuri. And, I was kind of in between on it. Chadwick's brother said that he would have wanted him to be recasted, but if, Marvel wants no one else to know no one else to play the character other than Letitia Wright, who plays his sister, which does happen in the comics. Shuri does become Black Panther after T'Challa passes away. Then who are we to stop them? But within the like I was saying, the first few minutes of this film, you can feel the impact of the weight of losing Chadwick, because it feels like Ryan Coogler was trying to tell us, not only in the opening scene, but just overall, that appreciate the people in your life now, because you never know who's going to be there tomorrow. And this film does a great job at dealing with and discussing, you know, how people deal with trauma, grief, depression, um, European colonization, of course, which goes back to the first film, um, racial stereotyping, uh, social commentary, and Ryan Coogler is one my favorite directors. He even learned how to swim with the rest of the cast, which I thought was really which I thought was he didn't need to do that, but it was a great way to bond with the cast. And even going to Chadwick Boseman's hometown of South Carolina was a great form of, I guess, healing for them. But Neomore as a villain, Namor in the comics, but in this film he pronounces it Neomore. It's like a Egyptian, I guess, like a Egyptian god, or something like that. And his people are called the Talakans. I believe that's how you pronounce it right, but they actually have a lot more with black people, Wakandans, and when I say Wakandans, I mean just black people than you initially think, because they both share this trauma bond. They both are trauma bonding with their experiences of being enslaved by their oppressors. So it's, the enemy and my enemy is my friend. But then again, if you're killing and hurting your oppressors, that doesn't make you any better or better than they are. It goes back to what T'Challa said in the first film. You're becoming everything that they hate. And you know, after Shuri, pretty much, Shuri deals with everyone deals with depression and grief in a different way, and she deals with it exactly how Tony dealt with it in Iron Man 3 with his PTSD, which was, building things. Excuse me, she buries her. Sorry if I'm sniffling a lot, I have allergies. But she buries her, sadness and her depression, deals with her depression by working on her technology. And in Ironheart, she was okay. I don't really feel she was net necessary. Maybe they could have introduced her in a post credit scene or something else, but I did enjoy her. I didn't dislike her as much as other people do. I think they were a little too harsh on her. I don't think the suit was that bad. I mean, we're going to get some upgrades in the future, so it could have been a lot worse. Um, M'Baku was definitely a step up from the last film. Sorry about that, guys. As I was saying, M'Baku was definitely a step up in this film. I love his progression from the last film to this film. You see that he's actually becoming more involved with the tradition of Wakanda and stepping up to be a leader in a sense. And Winston Duke played it does excellent as Mbaku. Um, the runtime in this film is a little bit too long, so I would say if they would have chopped off like 30 minutes, I would have enjoyed it. Like this would have been like my favorite film of the year, but it felt way too long, and the action scenes are very underwhelming. But I would say that the CGI and the visual effects and stuff is a step up from the last film because you could definitely tell how bad it was in the train fight with Black Panther and Killmonger towards the end, and I didn't notice that one at first until people pointed it out, and I rewatched it and watched a few videos on why that scene was rushed. But don't go into this film thinking it's going to be an all-out fight, all-out action Marvel scene like all the other ones. This is purely like a love letter to the character T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman. And this, when Shuri loses everything, she if it wasn't for her mother, I think that she would have initially crumbled and lost her way. But a lot of people give Latita Wright praise for her performance, and while she did do a spectacular job, Angela Bassett was my favorite because she was the queen. She was the queen that she was the glue that held everything together. And like I said, if it wasn't for her, Sherry would have lost. She would have snapped probably immediately. But I and the actor that played Nia Moore, fantastic. I'm glad that they did not kill him because I would have been in so infuriated. But this film gets 5 freaking stars from me. I cannot wait to watch this film again because it's a homework assignment for me. But let me know what you guys think of this film. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.